I want to bring in Congresswoman Marsha Blackburn of Tennessee. She is a Donald Trump supporter for president. Congressman, good to have you with me this morning.
Good to be with you.
You heard Donald Trump taking a little fun there, poking, know, fun at Clinton, campaigning with these high-profile supporters. That's how she gets folks in the seats to come see her. And Trump is pretty much out there alone.
Maybe I should loan him my piano or my ukulele or my guitar and have him go pick a tune.
Hey, you know what?
We do that a lot in Nashville.
We have seen a lot of talents from Donald Trump that has gotten him this far. Who knows where those musical talents may rest. But do you think that because there has been a fracture within Republicans, that some have been slow to come home, that's why Donald Trump has to carry this alone? The onus has been on him all along.
No, I think it's more about style and how individuals approach. And Hillary has wanted lots of endorsers around her, and Donald Trump has been very clear in saying this is a movement. And one of the things, Thomas, I think is so significant about this, the Democrats have really kept their focus on we need the power to keep changing Washington, D.C. In the manner that the president wanted to change Washington, more government control. And what you see in the movement with Donald Trump is, look, the GOP is now the great opportunity party. We are here to put the focus on you, the individual. So it is a devolution of power, more or less, that is taking place with Republicans. And I think that's a very good thing. Send that power back to the states, back to individuals. Send back the money. Send back the responsibility. Have a smaller, centralized federal government. And really, when you kind of pull back everything and get to the crux of it, Hillary is for status quo and a stronger central government in Washington, D.C. with more bureaucratic power. Donald Trump is for more individual responsibility and sending that power and money back to the people, back to the states, back to local governments.
We haven't been able to hear a lot of the policy
that's taking place.
We haven't heard enough probably of the policy positions of Donald Trump, really a deep dive, because there seems to be a different type of tweet or a scandal or something that comes to the surface. I know that you have been very forceful in your condemnation of Trump's language about women. You were very unhappy about that, but you also said that it would not stop you from voting for him over Hillary Clinton.
That's right.
How do you find yourself within that position? Is it because you believe in Donald Trump so much, or because you dislike Hillary Clinton so much?
How about neither of those?
Okay.
I do believe in Donald Trump, and I believe in what he has brought forward. And I am very concerned about what Hillary Clinton has done or will do. Thomas, as you are aware, I started the investigation of the Clinton Foundation in April 2015. 69 of my colleagues joined me on a letter. It was 70 of us writing to the IRS to inquire about that tax-exempt status. My home state, Tennessee, was unfortunately the state that was the test case for Hillary Care in the mid-90s. Hillary Care nearly bankrupted our state. It was called TennCare. It became, by the end of the first decade, 35.3% of the state budget. Now, you're right. I'm one of those, I say, let's debate these policies. Obamacare is imploding. We know it is going to implode, and we know their goal is a single-payer system. Why do we know that? It's because we have lived through this in our state. If you want to see what is going to happen with Obamacare and the path that Hillary is going to try to travel, go look at what happened with TennCare in Tennessee. Should we be talking about our nation's security and how we support our men and women?
The repeal and replace language of Mitt Romney, and through primary seasons of that language as well. So you want to see 20 million people become uninsured without any definition by Donald Trump of what a replacement means?
I want to see all Americans have access to affordable health care, and there is a way to do it. And Republicans have put forward that plan, and we have, and I'll give you a couple of specifics. Number one, if you want to get the cost of insurance down, which right now the cost is going through the roof. Arizona, 116%, Tennessee, 63%, North Carolina, 56% increases in those insurance rates. Now, the reason that is happening is because of all of these mandates. The way you get the costs down is across state line purchase of health insurance. That is legislation I worked on first 7 years ago. I have written this, we've worked it through. This would open up the health insurance marketplace on a nationwide basis.
But didn't you just say that you wanted Donald Trump to do federal government so he could return power to the states? And now you're talking.
That's right.
But now you're saying that there needs to be legislation that would be federal legislation that is taking away power from the states. Right. So it would be nationwide.
No. It is federal. You're talking about national plans. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about an open insurance marketplace where you, the consumer, can go purchase whatever you want from whomever you want. And the Department of Insurance in the state of domicile of that insurance company, and also the state of domicile of the purchaser, would have the ability to participate in those consumer protections. Now, Thomas, that's how you get the cost down. You expand health savings accounts.
Right,
you
you're talking
allow
about bigger competition.
That's right. You have more competition. You also get rid of the excise tax. Now, you remove Title I of Obamacare and replace it with an open marketplace, which is commonly called the across state line purchase of health insurance. Of course, you're going to see more competition. You're going to see your networks expand. You're going to see your access expand. One of the problems we have now with Obamacare is that the networks are very narrow. The options for purchase are very narrow. In Tennessee, the Blues have dropped out of Memphis, Nashville, and Knoxville. So you have a very narrow network situation, which means you have limited access.
Well, Congresswoman, we're going to have to leave it there. I know it's fascinating because we could talk for hours about the updates and what we need to live and learn through to make health care affordable for all Americans. So thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it.
Good to be with you. Thank you.